So the Cleveland Cavaliers are currently 11-0. You heard that number right. They are 11-0. They have yet to lose one single NBA game thus far as this video was recorded. So if they lose the next game, you can put that blame on me. But currently, they are 11-0. They haven't lost their game. They won a really close game against the Brooklyn Nets the other night. And the other night before that, they played a game against the Golden State Warriors, who's been one of the better teams in this year's NBA season. And they absolutely trounced the Golden State Warriors in that game. Scored 83 points at halftime in the first half. At halftime, scored 83 points. And they have been absolutely destroying the NBA thus far. And if you didn't know, if you don't think being 11-0 is that impressive, there's only been 10 teams in NBA history that has been 11-0. The last team to start off this good was the 2016 Golden State Warriors. And as we all know how that Golden State Warriors ended up, they ended up winning 73 games. Now, I'm not saying the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be that good, but that's just a really, really good indicator that being this good to start the season isn't that easy. Especially when we know you got to go through training camp, you got to go through the preseason, and then you're just going to be like, you know what? We're just going to win 11 games to start this season off. We're not even going to lose one game, man. Especially knowing that one of your key contributors in Max Strus is out so far this season. He hasn't played a game, yet the Cavs hasn't missed a beat. Missed a beat isn't even the right word. They've been way better than anticipated, and I want to break down some of the reasons why they've been this good. You know, coaching and building the culture is very important in sports, especially in the NBA, because a lot of the times, if a team doesn't perform well, doesn't go as far as anticipated, one of the bigger pieces and things that people look at a team is the head coaching. Were the X and O's good? Is the culture around the team good? Is the chemistry with the team on the court, how's that going? A lot of that is putting on the blame on the head coach. JB Bickerstaff was a part of this team for the last 3-4 years, and he got the boot last season, and they hired Kenny Atkinson. And my goodness, put the X's and O's aside, just looking at this team offensively and what they do differently, it's like night and day just off pace alone. Because the Cleveland Cavaliers the last few seasons were the 30th ranked pace. They were 22nd the other year. Currently, they are number 10th in pace. Part of that is that they're just playing faster. They're getting into their offense earlier into the shot clock instead of just waiting. Darius Garland brings the ball up the court. Now they'll begin their sets once he's crossed fully half court. No, let's get into some of our actions early on. And that's what the Cavs been doing. And my goodness, has it drastically been improving this team, because going from the 30th ranked pace, it makes complete sense and why this team has been this good so far. And one of the bigger indicators that pushes for why Kenny Atkinson's been really good this season is because of this pace, it's giving them more shooting opportunities because they're getting more into their offense. They're attacking defenses when they're not set early on, and it makes it really hard to play defense because it's going to create a lot of openings. One of the bigger things the Cavs been really great at this season is three-point shooting. What are the Cavs shooting from three? Currently, the Cavaliers are shooting 42% from the three-point line. That is number one in the NBA, which is making them also, sidebar, they're the number one ranked offense in the NBA. For as great as the defensive unit the Cavaliers are, with Jared Allen, with Mobley, who's having a really breakout season thus far, and you're having Isaac Okoro, one of the better POA defenders, their defense for the large part for the last couple of years, they've been pretty much top 5 in the defensive unit. One year they ranked number 1. Currently, they're right number 9 or number 8 currently. Their defense has still been really great, but the reason why they've been this good is because of their offense, because of their pace. They're 10th ranked now in pace. It's not a coincidence. Now their pace has been drastically better. Their offense is way better. And not only are their offenses way better and they're getting more shooting opportunities, not only are they getting more shooting opportunities, they're actually knocking down those shooting opportunities, shooting 42% from 3. And you got to give credit to Darius Garland, who last year dealt with a lot of injuries. Also, unfortunately, his grandmother passed away. So mentally and physically, he wasn't all the way there. But with an off season of training, look at what Darius Garland is doing. He's absolutely lighting it up. He's being way better than what he did in his all-star year. Way better. Another huge thing that Kenny Atkinson has been doing is staggering the minutes between Mobley and Jared Allen. one of the bigger things in the NBA and one of the bigger things in current day NBA is spacing and 3-point shooting. If I had to ask you what's really important when you're building a team, when you have to start out building a team, one of the things that you're going to say is you need 3-point shooting and you're going to need spacing, because 3-point shooting, as much as it matters, it has to be paired with good spacing. Some players can shoot really good from the 3-point line, but how many attempts are they doing it? What's their volume looking like? How are the defense guarding that? That matters, right? And as good Jared Allen and Mobley is defensively, them as a duo on the offensive end doesn't really produce high level of offenses when both of them are on the court. Now, when you have one of them on the court and you're spreading it out, when you're adding Dean Wade, Karis LeVert, right? You're adding in now even Ty Jerome into that offense, into the lineups. And now you can mix and match with that team. What Kenny Atkinson's doing when he's staggering minutes with Jared Allen and Mobley, not having them play as much together, but spreading them out and putting them in different lineups. It's been greatly helping the offense of the Cleveland Cavaliers, because when Mobley's on the court and Allen's not on the court, they're a plus 18 offensively. They're a plus 18 as a team. Now, when Mobley's off the court and Jared Allen's on the court, they're a plus 13. Still really damn good, man. So right now, when they're separated from each other, they're really building really good synergy with the other teammates. Now together, they're still really good together, but it's not as good as when they're separated. So that's the thing Kenny Atkinson's been doing, and I really noticed it during that Brooklyn Nets game, especially towards the end of the game, where towards the beginning of the third quarter, he sat out Jared Allen, and Jared Allen didn't play again. He substituted that with Dean Wade. He substituted that with George Niang, Karis LeVert, and had Mobley playing a lot of the 5, and they ended up beating the Brooklyn Nets in that game after being down a large chunk of that game. And that was because of staggering Jared Allen and staggering Mobley. Now, that's going to come with a big decision, because currently both of them are playing at an all-star level. Now, Mobley, you can even say all-NBA, but that's going to be really hard to mix and match that, right? Now you're going to have to find out, okay, in this game, is Jared Allen have it going? Is Mobley having it going? How are you going to separate those two? I'm really interested in how Kenny Atkinson's going to go doing that moving forward, but he's doing an excellent job, clearly, because the Cleveland Cavaliers are 11-0, and they've been by far the best team in the NBA. And soon they're going to be challenged by the Boston Celtics, who are the reigning NBA champions. I'm going to be really interested to see that, because right now the Cleveland Cavaliers, not only has their defense been really crazy, their offense has been even better than that. And I'm just going to say it. If they can keep this level of offensive production with this level of defense, they'll no question win the NBA championship. Now, are they still going to shoot 42% from 3 for the whole season? Highly doubted, right? But again, Strus, who was a big player in their offense last season, hasn't even played. You're going to implement him in this offense. Ty Jerome, who's been a surprisingly really good player for the Cleveland Cavaliers, is #1 in the NBA in points per pick and roll. One of the bigger things for the Cleveland Cavaliers is using that pick and roll, because you have two excellent ball handlers in Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, and you have really good big men in Mobley and Jared Allen. So it's going to be really interesting what's going to go on when you add Strus into this lineup to see what are the things Kenny Atkinson can do. But so far, he's done a splendid job, and the Cavaliers have been really amazing. I really hope they win this next game, because when this video comes out and they lose, people might hate me. But shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and if you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, because hopefully we will upload more, because we're on an 8-month hiatus. Yeah, it was pretty long, but we're back, and hopefully we're back for good. So like, subscribe, make sure you hit that post notification bell so you can always be notified. And with that, your boy Dream Hoops is out, man. Peace.